structure, craftsmanship, but the field's best hands. Free drawn scripts for the prince and blade, work down with the stilts on a rope she stands. Ready with the ropes and veil, it's console gears and cranks in her man-made chest. Job well done for the wood investors, landmark starts for the master's best. The axles to the plaster, and the sculpt frame to the details. It's a structure that embodies his service to the workshop, and the drawboard for the last time his apprentice is amazed at the cut. Then he finishes first for the wood guild with an oak tree and an artisan's blade. This is considered the moment of justice, dude. Yet we're minutes away, persuaded to stay and watch the world progress. Yes.
Dislocating, hitting the brush tip with just enough wit to puncture the canvas stand with ease. The easel slips into one grip. One stripped of a water-based drain, the inkwell of its sails. I'll wake up in next week, still clutching the salvage hammer and nails. Stack the stones and plant the seeds. Take sides with the flourishing nurture thieves. Weaving a kite string of weeds that might bring us closer to 9 rings. Hijinks steer the carriage to where its wheels to split spokes. With contents under pressure, the detours undress your feathered hopes. Half clothed, luck tucked its clovers beneath the soil patch. Pluck the remaining charms, presenting harm from the turmoil's laughing I watch the black and white butterflies flutter by my lullabies, but covered sides with Krylon applied onto view the colors glide. Animate the hands of fate, or they form a forceful fist. It breaks the mistakes and take to slit a porcelain-kissed wrist. Sit cradled in the strangled sweat beads along my cap's brim, with the outlook of a lighthouse shining a map across the water's cringe. Now swim into the difference and make a mark inside each minute. Rock the standards, borders, and etch extensions in every engraved limit. It sways rituals to sermons, individuals to persons. Rush to escape your now in order to come to terms. Then 10 steps from mutual. You don't have to see what I see, but just promise that you'll always keep your eyes open with me.
We're all walking to the vision, sense with bad perception and prosper with revenue and tenderness and heaven on three different with measurements and appetites to the interest, the rest on great pattern of flipsy platform. China back in my hand, locked to morals, grasping faith as an oil painting of Jesus, sun drawn at the strike of dawn. It's a world caught in a web of meaning. I damn that with wisdom escaped the bar vision of a silently beginning creative pool to it with daydreams plunge. Patience with a touch, every just shrinking a spirals kept with purpose Saturday's sake. The distance between me and the spoken spectacle is the will to proceed and learn endless. It's all the thinking contest, and the lucky one uses all the thoughts of his diverse. We are everything in our mind is a spherical juggernaut that rolls over any surface of ideal walking distance.
Just another horn over tip in a halo, shattering serenity, picking up a miracle, living for the mockery, inhibiting a sabotage, memorizing cliff notes of the Bible, utilizing readers for the misquotes, revealing the fact that utopia is an ultimatum given to the ignorant. While Mephistopheles is waiting beyond heaven is hidden as an underground secret society. And Jesus is allergic to everything. Maybe I'm just another piece of the puzzle, providing an escape from beliefs in the form of a trapdoor, juggling in private as a living loophole for an alternative to paradise. My God's better than your God. The only image that I know is the empty Homo sapien compatible to data which is given in suppositories, virtual legality. But take it like a vertebrae fitted for a crucifix, living still believing as poverty's a felony, praying's only worth it in the closing seconds. So hide the fear behind the flames in your nightmares. Coveted confessions at the windows laughing, it'll come around, just give it a lifetime. I'm getting sick and tired of the open-ended promises, abandoned to the matter, and I've decided that forever is expendable.
Imagery splinters me to vicinities of timid needs. Victories mean nothing if effort shifts the heart, reflects the glory slashing through 13 stripes and 50 stars. Talk about your priceless identity crisis. Now help me know every face of Eve with my own 2 islands. Earn the stitched absence of a past tense last sentence fastened to my accent, reminding me of where the mask went. Still your ordinary halo that's too shy to hide, but build significance between electrified and petrified. Next to divide itself is a mirror that follows me, and the mirror's glance is stranger every day it crosses me.
Worst case scenario wrapped in a banner as standard of living and breathing monstrosity. And the cross is shaped by destiny, while lies engulf the rest of me, and the fibers of my heart detach and live for further questioning. The vice behind the vices cause the cries behind the crisis, and the icons are invalid, icy eyes behind her ice. But the message is lost on the boat when it sank with the army that sold to the coat and the rank, and the edge decided by pledge of the pirate to top from the ocean and off of the plank. Satan has wings, Jesus has horns, neither exists but it pleads the torn. It was imaginative but was born to balance the scale and even the score. But the courtship is your master as you put your faith in plaster and you push yourself through progress as an expert bullet catcher. The world is yours, the country's dependent. Plead to the clouds with a fistful of vengeance. The rest of you vapid, death is your power with a letter of sorrow and flag for remembrance.
And the falling disgust pollutes all cleansed salvation. Dial a hero through the pierced skulls till the tone's even impatient. In the same sense, the name's tense until it's called an icon. Legends sway votes and plant flags to lend what side you're on. Lies spawn an endless city of ricochet deemed as selfish that grows into the life forms who are present when no one else is. Tell this until irrelevance burns and time is singed. I swear to your God, I'm not having fun, I'm just on a freedom binge.
I just feel based on the sake of it's real hate and fake love. I say freedom is something that's made up and the honor is just to make pain numb. It's better to lie, the darker the light. I don't know what's worse, the bark or the bite. Conflict and compromise harder to fight. It's easy to die but harder to fight.
Dismiss suspicion, basing every lie on trust. Enlist one mission to speak until the speakers rust. We reach the justice without ever compromising courts. I'm kissing every hello goodbye with no remorse towards yours.
It would've went well with the skyline for the nighttime. Ending up with a local blacksmith. Then a town finds metal in a mine. Would've made a fine rise with a little practice. For the road work headed for the lake bed. Could've been a town well better off handmade. Never in a lifetime, what about a fine line? Should've been an alpine litter in the landscape.
And fabricate lessons that should be taught and done for the toll of perfect setting up portion of my ego to feel the vessel to experiment. The divine was the running for the vising for the film massage of reason encounter like a losing and open I'd never be. Hasty sense between copper people computing the uphill task of conquering the riddles of life with 2 hearts of educated guesses. Lecturing on the meaning of vanity, analyzing the shadow of every piece written, toggling desire, inspiration, and
You wrote up a note for the city in stress with a fountain pen after the overthrow. And settle the civil unrest with the mountain men against the city folk. And the daydream works well for the blue bloods. Better than a strong make back and shovel. But it's hard for the mason to finish a wall when he's given a stack of rubble. It's labor pains for the bricklayers and it ends with a pension plan that bottoms out at 58 and won't hold your retention span. For the shoemaker in the boiler room, it's more than a 9 to 5. He presses heels in leather and waits till the time
with the dollar
arrives.
sign hood, catalyze these fakers with the deepest dollar that spirit the unfortunate with provoking the Bible's hunger and his fear beneath, yearning for a lost spirit with reverence stray the law of nothing, tightly blanket his pride to walk abreast of the mirrored image of his abandoned
A flashing light
past.
show to the north, the star that ignited, start the end for the groundlings, draw the shades and annihilate, finish up, jump the flames for the technics. I could've heard trumpets blare in the background till a stairway in an angel sent.
Cleansing a math applicable amount of green ink, residue shades and V-figure oil trace bit by the key tag down on overly graphed on windows. Feel the pain of a step into the biggest as possible icon for all documentary writer. I'm a Cuban script posted the back to the belt of films of bypass failures. Cardboard box collecting raindrops, addicted to myself before the early alarm of the blend of boulder. Look at the sunk in summers walking on these blisters. Have the sun spit at me only to form rainbows over an alleyway which protects my diary entry of a slave of blue collar blues.
Cypress, the humans are eminent. Life is immortal, this delicate etiquette goes out the window and shatters the sharp of repulsive sediment. Thinking, devising a method of gripping my sanity. Winking, results in the reaching into the earth's cavity. This is a cabin that capitalism endeavors are mapped out, planned, and perpetuated. We live by the sword till we die by the swine, and our only request is our lives reinstated. The only reason I write is so I have something to be left behind. Forward, march, soldiers. Now that our plans are made, we'll occupy the bunker till the land's surveyed. Gather artillery and hand grenades for a diversion so we can invade. The smoke overtook the sky, but there's still truth underneath the lie. The intelligence we created was much less artificial than we realize. Now the sun and the moon will no longer provide the day and the night upon which we base lives. Who's good and who's evil, the opposite forces that shame this creator, and now we're their cold.
Let it be a home plastic that exists, exist. A predator in the path with the hill. So profile with us nothing humans on the mental soul in the blue skies. Cut under the edge of all market. Green lives in fairy tale, dysmatic and limbs and upgrading senses. From places, traditions of pain is petty in the open grave. Cemeteries are no longer sober reality. Creature with lungs, never love every sand unicorns. Darkest previous lies, speaking beyond the set border. Living under the bigot institute dominated by the digital blast of hatred. Killers undefeated, and it is like a trigger to man-made destruction. Think death, bam! Curse the war of 13 stripes. Front every eagles, fitting up in those collapse from one musket. Up the down flags, whipping off the flames, but I say let it burn.
poles, come from first rocks to rook. Break the still, so shake the gates, quake bows. Flood the air, send flints and flares, horsemen. Impale the weak, then flank the ranks, retreat. Ready when the horn sounds, battle cries, war paint, saints and hellhounds forge to form. Armor in the artwork, militant mayhem, fire in the foreground, field arrangement, first to the right, it's a light division, torch north, pulse near the course. Patriots, this regiment of veterans, purge and pillage all the village palisade, flame the remains and tend to the wounded, fortify the walls and falls the stockade.
Never really know where to hide before. Behind those doors are the friends that pour. Fill with holes and hot soda. Fingers on the ones that goes coda. We're bringing the signs of the fights and sides. Breathe the fresh air, but the cold of the lies. Pelt, rest, shot. 3, 2, head on, move, cranking on the rotation. Let's go, school spelling and motion. Take my smoke, shoot, move and go when I set on my mark. Open fire, that's a compass of shark. Plating, steaming bread. By the bread, I would say, what do we turn up to red? Better the men of the horse rebel. Break the show, race for the cell. Humble voter to seize the day. Take no prisoners, that's on them. Settlements, ball of the red attended with it is over the facts. But I can't break out, they move so simple and lie so. Demolish, abolish, and boil the madness. The madness is static to one with a madness. Stop the dust, reload.
Guerrilla warfare, can it take a second to reload? Sir, all I wanna do is open fire in the battlefield and send another enemy to God. Look ahead, Brigadier General, minimal amount of mortally wounded men to attend to 10 ports and troops en route. Do you copy? Men at arms, died for the men of war. Situate yourself in the center of the citadel with the red artillery. Consider me the menace with a semi-automatic and a shotgun. Fortify the bridge to the hangar, never stand down or surrender. Overran down to commander, time to punch holes and fledge the tank battalion. Operational, everybody rally round a simple defense fence. The first line of offense is battle prevention. Engaging our enemy openly, hoping my weaponry ushers us swift death. Organize a military, no mercy for the weak. We committed genocide. January 20 is the dawn of the day. Does anybody live right? Live hook. 82nd Airborne, straight out the cargo bay, jumping out of Air Force One. Think lighter than a feather when you're falling in your parachuting. Bullet, semicircle of flame floating on the water surface, deep, sick, wait for the fish. I'm gonna be the enemy's epitome of strategy. 1942 earned the Purple Heart.
This is a long fall, but forever's a long way. Perching on a pedestal, searching for answers, hoping that the thoughts can be drowned out by breaking branches and sighs, by passing wind and fears, by masculinity. I hope the ties are severed for your dive into infinity. The only question's when, the only slay is black, the only feeling anxious, and the only thought is back. But will I be answered after this, and will I see better after I did? I hope you're relieved wherever you sit, 'cause I just wanna see my friend again. I hope you're relieved wherever you sit, 'cause I just wanna see my friend again. Stuck between a rock and forever. Memories of you are few, but often conjured, and questions of why are for you, but often pondered. No matter what the statement read in black and white ink, 320 feet is a long time to think. The pressure of one life to live, perception of identity with mountains of goals to achieve, but not a hand to lend to me. And I wish I had an idea of all of what you've been through, 'cause it's important to our pursuit. You know how much you meant to a picture. Circle of friends blinded at the tears. It's difficult to hide behind your fears. I hope that you can hear me, since you didn't even get a chance to touch upon the basis of experience. Was ended at the cusp of new endeavors, when a blue storm of nothing took you from us, but you'll be with us forever. Two times folded and embroidered by a rally of defense, so rainbows convey your feelings across the valley of the temple. Sunset the horizon's eyes, press on old times inside. Passing lines I couldn't cross, to peek inside that wooden box. Nightmare impact has relived at every challenge, but the weight of your reaction is enough to keep me balanced. So forgive me if I use you to correct my instability, but I'm just living to express your unwritten soliloquy. Stars are growing faces, the universe is grinning at me. Witnesses remember, carving images through headphones. The atmosphere is loud. I wanna see a happy rainbow overlooking despair. Plummet off of heaven's headstone. Imprints down the path of no return, rebuilding bridges we have burned. And if the universe could cry, it would utter our last good. Imprints down the path of no return, rebuilding bridges we have burned. And if the universe could cry, it would utter our last good. Passed away
reach shapes the distant outreaching shoreline is of a villagers converging treetops, tainting all floras horizons which have frostless gazelles flourish empty with perfidy or hope within. Religiously a season where we still protocols a time when terror from what is supplied to heal under honest worship, cosmos caps, combination sets it into time when God is back from his shortly dusting off his wooden throne. That's the first time of construction, the cleansing with social holidays to distract them of the capital history. Underline people gathering and then it overlaps singular and join into depression is the color between light and dark. Solstice is the absolute deadline for the panoramic whiteout. Carols whisper through the reeds, carries the scent of wine. People that practice wickles prepare their soul for the new year. Animals practice dying in caves undisturbed until the oxygen spirit now visible. It's always cold around us, the wind just got heavy, so this actions paint aromas with debating history of it. Hobby might replace it, freezing on new pedestal to support the classical cultures of attribute to mimic natural fashion. Hand in hand with Satan is proven balance, even still that's with thoughts and echoes with the opinion of her. It sounds like glass and it is slivers in the skin of our mother. And it showed that it dies into living, and the soil greets a new world with the flower room and pride. Let it rain, and it did.
Welcoming the songbirds, rebuilding how much they mean to me. Reviving scenery, the lakes return to liquid eagerly. Enrich the damp and patches, plant the harvested stashes. Every course is more adaptive, each cohesive month attaches. The keeper of beginnings with the leaves is one kind. Who doesn't want a hand to hold in the sky bleeds sunshine? Lonesome hints aside, the interval is self-suggestive. Spring forward only to fall back and be tarnished as festive. The rest give affection and receive equal amounts. The brightest star still sheds doubts over everything that counts. A bashful avalanche bridging a timid overcast. Hit some rainbow, split the attitude and give it clouds at last. Soon the mood will pass and I can feel it where my edge is looking for exchange from some creator, but he's lost in credit. I'm not as shallow as I seem, it's just the hours are antiques. The songbirds with no more meaning had I been given a few more weeks. Now I will hibernate the wants until my role again appears externally vernal. Wish me well till next year.
I'm your inner child, fast into a Saturday morning, easier than everything, and think from a chapter of a book wrote on your wonders. Dialogue is set in Newbery Award nominee novels and is censored for annual family reading. Just in case you were wondering, it's difficult to be beautiful. I'll bring sunshine to your wedding if you bring flowers to my funeral. The tears have run to water and the showers are adjacent. I'll just lay beneath the waste and wait for autumn to awaken. The quarters become a new cycle like unity. Instead of turning and birthing a tackle, I'm breaking the barrier, clearing scrutiny, all in creating a home for a vagabond. Thinking the race of a bit of infinity, taken for granted and dictating patterns out with the invalid and with the obvious armed and a company. Maybe I'm to roam the land and swim the seas, waves to tide, limbs to leaves, the weight that rests upon the air to face the sighs within the pleas. The captor of a summer's breath will live to breathe the winter's breeze and save a lonely firefly to shed some light within her summer dream. Lost the gift of content the moment that it chose this tune. The people lost their forward progress, granted love where hope was due. So I retreat to the lake bed, throwing faces at the hopeless moon who planted seedlings on the earth the month after the lotus. A picture's worth 1,000 regrets. Time to let the year unwind as my eyes are overlooked because the tears are dried by sunshine.
Struggling with the cause of taking us all the seasons. These my needs to the final degree. The freezer doesn't mean I'm when they fall. I'll be your armor to the least and seasonally branch out. Keep my legs and streets and spilling aging reason. Get dramatic, spontaneous, growth, spastic, to crash my tree. I split the bait, the colors that I'm listening to my spirit. Unique recovery, the breath of the land. Resource, recording nature's abortion. Rhythm of the seas, like she's snow, urging my gold teeth. The heap of grass, the navel farm with a baby born and bending, barring chronicles to be back and hitting me anchor like oxygen is my neighbor. Not just leave me gone on the basement lawn, but the curses come to slave the dormant place, absorbing the field of foreign on the girl, they all complain on the port and trouble, depression, the distortion, to the object of infection, carbon copy missing, does the famine really wait? Read the reply, the sun is taking all my time, single hemisphere, but the verses are lying, saying the crime of modern mind, but the borderline will flood the line up into the time, harvest plowing those veins for the poor weed, shades from downward, there you go.
regiments behind every corner. Then the bucket in circles, fitted and faded over with imaginary matter of emptiness. Oh, the unique perception deducts the solitary entertainment surrounded by music tied to beverages. Speaking in a bigger room, exchanging farewells and monotonous echoes. Similar voices provoking assistance, never home the will to speak with a builder of self-esteem. Your considered acquaintances behind unfurnished blankets, homemade by conscious eye contact, blended by tongue and fairly gestures, marching inverted, attention is deeply given, yet I rejected my defect. It's my only defect, territory marked by instant ashes, found companionship for the working hands of the potter's apprentice. Animals came to life, to thought and shedding in lines of what is the black ink, my coloring book gave speaking in boisterous silence, painting courtship in black and purple, holding hands with loose leaf, thinking my imagination, not a trees. Against the chase, just permanently tried to break the wheel off the bandwagon, watching everybody fall. Molding plastic shadows to see and the march to conquer anyone who is not me. Only attracted states bearing the mark of loneliness. Could pry open my understanding to become developed ways to fly away. Speak with no words, with colors in his eyes.
With colors in my eyes, I find that I'm not even accompanied by my mother or friends anymore. I'm an orphan amidst of a tundra. Eyes closed, smiling, cartoon Jesus, fishing, dividend angels, second a leg for the go, but I'm sitting up in my vacant head. Inside of the moon, I'm talking to myself in the meantime, telling myself that I'm not gonna rough, that's half a more covered than my back. The colors turning gray. It feels as if I'm not gonna see another smile in my life, another living being. Boys' illusions have no future. He'll tell me it's edible something. I'll just be a Brian Wilson. I'll just be a Brian. Will someone tell me the meaning of life? We're not gonna get out of this closed room. 2 years of erase nothingness, not to the top of the person over there. Psychotherapist off with the middle age crisis. Hey, Jack Daniels in the morning. Woke up Daniels in the morning. I think the apocalypse happened right outside my closed window. Book of Revelation, 7 angels drunk and midget wrestling, talking to myself a little bit more and my inner child. Hoping that the tears won't stain my heaven gate black Nikes. All I need is my shadow. All I need is my TV.
I'll worship VCRs and wish upon movie stars, etch their Emmy awards into my internal scars. I wanna watch the planet strip off her cement and do her sweet thing, then take a cigarette break and count the cash inside her cheese string. We bring alternatives to one-way sounds and build passive destination and balance grins and frowns. My crown's a vintage keepsake with a breaking bandage above, and its halo-like image is always taken advantage of. Why can't I love the picture painted as home rather than stray an opposite way and decide to remain alone? Blame the phone, television, and all the jewels that man grew. So for the most part I'm pro-social but simply anti-you. Man, it's true, I never asked for attention, it shifts later. Stripped each achievement from my mom's engraved refrigerator. Such detachments leave a hunger believed to see through. I'm just a match inside the haystack beneath the needle. My runaway lower class holds hands to make amends. Ignore every world war within a circle of friends, or so you call it. Watch our false bonds polish. When your brain thinks in chain links, nothing's quite as solid.
Wake up from my eagerness, wipe sleep out from my hopelessness, and separate the chauvinistic thoughts out from my focuses. Decide whether to visit with the open door and follow man-made paths, remaining closed with self-pity to swallow. I embark upon the masses with my face colored in wish paint, and view the population with the world as my fish tank. Write a book of possibilities, and then without spine I pierce my fingertips so I can illustrate the outline. Society's a can of paint, and my music is my pry tool to separate myself from those that left their minds in high school. Hell is at the corner store so I can ride my bike there, and heaven's a secret society hidden behind my nightmares. I see green grass. If only the vultures of fence were powerless, maybe I'd mingle amongst individuals, never knew how whether the flower gets fragrant or not, depending how that water tastes. I'd hold the wilted petal in my hand to see the potter's face, and laughter echoes through his handwork, shattering in every shape, while liquid spills between the tension, proving that our bonds opaque. But if it were an antidote for curing my eternal spell, I'd turn my shoulder to that potter and crawl back in my ruined shell.
It's the proletariats, we're all the way pre-recorded, with the levels all off, bass and treble is distorted. We were fine in 92, we're great in 93, we're kicking up dust for the folks with allergies, and we're here to break it down, just to walk in the clouds. We never make a sound till we're rocking the crowd. Pro-lit, more spunk than a butane can. Punk rock, too cock shorter the Wu-Tang Clan. Where's my number one fan? You better raise your rap standards. Go with the Komodo, stay away from salamanders. Throw your hands up in the air and wave them like you got Tourette's. Lego my Legos, unhand my connects. One time for the first and double up for the second. What up to number two and all the numbers under you? You smoke so damn much even your farts smell like cigarettes. Killer bee stings, fat lady sings when the stinger sets. Hit the show sober, never fault on any lines. Hit the show floor from excited, my gold front's loose. You bumped into the mic and knocked out my last tooth. Never mind the smell coming from the back seat. A groupie fell asleep, so I got lucky last week. Peace out to Peggy Sue, big up to Penny Lane. The beat ain't made for hooks, I drop it anyway. I've been known to be a stone, cause I'm hardening your kidney. I'm always on a roll and I've been seen from here to Sydney. Your only sole purpose is to comprehend the deal. I roam the earth's surface trying to maintain the real. I've been known to be a stone, cause I'm hardening your kidney. I'm always on a roll and I've been seen from here to Sydney. Your only sole purpose is to comprehend the deal. I roam the earth's surface trying to maintain the real. I soak my hair in gasoline, wait for a fire, and I'll be employed until the day I retire. The singer's fully liable for the live band. Place your palm on the Bible and raise your right hand. Bass is for the soul, guitar makes your chest hot. We swear to rock and roll when the drummer breaks. In other cases we relate, like when the rapper bust raps. The beat is fully bumping, so the DJ cuts wax. Watch Vanna White take a spin of the wheel. Stay home and near the phone till the winner's revealed. If your family ain't watching, well you ought to be, cause Johnny Tsunami is RTV. Peace out to Peggy Sue, big up to Penny Lane. The beat ain't made for hooks, I drop it anyway. I've been known to be a stone, cause I'm hardening your kidney. I'm always on a roll and I've been seen from here to Sydney. Your only sole purpose is to comprehend the deal. I roam the earth's surface trying to maintain the real. I've been known to be a stone, cause I'm hardening your kidney. I'm always on a roll and I've been seen from here to Sydney. Your only sole purpose is to comprehend the deal. I roam the earth's surface trying to maintain the real. Is tenants in the house?
What? House party!
Gather round the TV cause the show's just starting. On my way to Mars I encounter third kinds. They were listening to Nelly trying to do a word find. I'll be walking on water when the lake freezes over. Swim to Ireland to take a 4-leaf clover. I'm the last unicorn, you're my nemesis. Pegasus, you think your wings makes you the king of the premises. Talking to my girl, you were making a pass. You never show your face like a snake in the grass. So don't call my house or come around my bed. She ain't your spouse and you ain't my friend. Peace out to Peggy Sue, big up to Penny Lane. The beat ain't made for hooks, I drop it anyway. I've been known to be a stone, cause I'm hardening your kidney. I'm always on a roll and I've been seen from here to Sydney. Your only sole purpose is to comprehend the deal. I roam the earth's surface trying to maintain the real. I've been known to be a stone, cause I'm hardening your kidney. I'm always on a roll and I've been seen from here to Sydney. Your only sole purpose is to comprehend the deal. I roam the earth's surface trying to maintain the real. I've been known to be a stone, cause I'm hardening your kidney. I'm always on a roll, I've been seen from here to Sydney. Your only sole purpose is to know the deal. I roam the earth's surface trying to keep it real.
I'm dressed for my funeral every single day. Every petal that falls is the same bad news. When I'm getting fed up with predictable circumstances, if I had it my way, I would turn myself to compost.
Every moment in my life is a near-death experience. The only tragedy is that I'm still alive.
Leave
Getting fresh with the stars from the taste. The curve is the first ever anything, a second the motion. But I'm caught between a rock and the soul of a shoe. If I've learned one thing, it's you can argue with destiny.
My time of departure before the post-meridian hour, whispering the wonders of vanity, the lashes of unprovoked reprimand. Find a definitely convert this grassland to a distant prairie of great memorable. The looking epigram put it about my favorite colored skin. I'm a studded up horrors upstairs, non-existent pets. Plus a remarkable road of another left foot left that keeps me afloat, but being laughed at. It's a skate that adds a twist to the rope and stone around my leg. Take a baby step to the ledge, the fall of this, accompanied by a jovial splash. Flight symbolizes the joy of life that I live in the dead center of darkness and shadow. The stairs finally turn violent, conjuring up my withdrawal reflexes, headed in a noose and pain. I have a face on my stomach with a pocket of razors, the blood and the memory, the pain when I read the afterlife. And the fact that my utopia is hidden behind my final breath excites me because if I only be a purpose to get there, no thought of turning back. By this time tomorrow, I would have been in the sunshine for the millionth time with the world's greatest escape artist carved to the back of my wrist.
I'll allow the arsenal at the chip on my shoulder. Sunshine never saw my eyes open. Build myself against the pillars of the public. Gunshots ring through my facial expression. I'll set a day for myself and no one else. You call it pitiful, I call it precaution. Faces come and go quicker than the sunset. There's something in memories for me to be lost in. Case in point, if living is to die for, I won't worry about yesterday. If I can taste something tomorrow holds, an anxiety-ridden nobody is the best form of expression. Motherfuck a wartime crisis. I'm an after-school special waiting to happen. Drowning in my broken-hearted mother's teardrops. No matter what the outcome, goldfish to girlfriends never been my life. If I had a reason to cry, baby, still the temporary insanity, a reason to die as a man's best friend. Never thought the pavement could look so welcoming. Music to my ears, the hammer to the copper back. I can't take it back and I won't make attempts. My fear is an atom, my hope is exempt. I'd give anything to do it again. Feelings inside, I only breathe through the experience. So take it like a pyramid, never begin to participate. The pains as a rub now draw. Bed spins, the dead grin, the misplacement of my head's pins and needles to the callous. Need someone to find a friend in. I'm captured by the past. Feel the whispers in the palace. It's staring at the ceiling, eyelids pinned to my paralysis. It hurts to cry. It burns when it drips on the flesh of the blatantly rash, mindless, arrogant allegations of friendship is held in the palm of his thinking your first touch was my last. My last touch is my dreams, and now for every idle moment I feel guilt for those I reamed. It seems that thoughts keep me awake, but thinking puts me to sleep. Then my dreams turn into nightmares, or perhaps I think too deep. Perhaps this appendage is stuck on the frost, or the pain of the loved and lost. And anyone who knows me can vouch for that. The sugar-coated doses clouded the clarity, or the fear for feeling severity seem to seize the sincerity. Never mind, I'll just live life as long as I'm alive, and try my best to nurture the fruits from which these juices are derived. Forced, in a sense of the word, to lie flat. I'm wondering where my high's at, cause since birth it seems my whole life's been the fight back. I dream in color, when I bleed it's red. If I bleed to death then the feet is dead. So even though I need this, it's in my best interest to leave this bed. Escape the clutches of my fate that can't be found when I'm awake, and roam the surface waiting for the sky to fall or ground to quake. Ears plugged and eyes closed because ignorance is bliss, and insomnia is inevitable if destiny is to be missed. Festered in my memory is every mortal's cry, soaking deep into my mind while I struggle to keep my eyes
closed, eyes open, expired times and moments heavily weigh down my faults before time halts and I'm left broken. Accept the token of grief from a layman's chest till I've been swallowed and given hours to absorb the vacant rest. I lay confessed, playing catch with the process that oversees the newborn innocence lost within a conscience. If I ever shed the self-reproach from underneath my rally cap, I would have bled and felt the hope to gain some form of value back. Perhaps I'm trapped inside the borders of this bed's frame, with each memory running endless laps outside my head of blame. I bred the pain but replaced it with handshakes, faced what man takes to cover enough guilt until our land quakes. A simple sickness chased by plagued emotion. I'll soon evict each wit and make do with vague devotion. Explosions of silence surround each word that's spoken, leaving apologies in the ears of only those chosen. I dove in an evening of dreams to avoid the scenes, but went head up with equal themes and stained echoes of screams. So I let go and it seems that every wish is worth a listen. An incision of my face shows clean slates that glisten. Envision errors from one controlled decision has my tired sight reversing the finished role of victim.
empty tree on Christmas Eve. Long walks gives him lots of time to ponder thoughts, but he'll never clean his fingernails and fails to untie the stomach knots. He dreams in red and awakes with his eyes bloodshot. Cold sweat sets in with the alcohol causing his brain to rot. He reaches for the sedatives and sees his wife in a picture frame, then takes the same pills that she used not to ease but stop the pain. He drowns his face in a pillow and accepts the blame. Deep inside, he cheated on his beloved wife and drove her to her suicide. It's pretty bad in the mornings and even worse when it's late at night. I call the kids to apologize, but the words just never come out right. When the lights go out and the music stops and my thoughts are aided by the rain, I tuck into the corner with our sedatives in your picture frame. I'm not asking for your sympathy, pity party, or forgiveness. I'll just stay awake and wait for the day that I can receive deliverance. First I pay the price on earth and soon I'll stand in purgatory. Judgment in her favor, condemned to hell at the end of the story. Now it's Christmas season, which is worse for most manic depressed. He often tries to confess his past and master crisis lines and less. He finds his release in a bottle of pills that seems to ease the pain, sitting on the nightstand next to his wife who waits in a picture frame.
Tightly clenching an heirloom quilt woven by my grandmother. Did it in her sleep into the protect her young age progeny with an evil self, drenched in anxiety at the ray of this evil woo-woo. Highlights my body's in great mistakes and get to the white wall to capture memories. My therapist concealed under cycle analysis, stolen stats been probably strapped inside his tossing precious moments off that green hill where I lost myself in the storm of night, jumping in the freshly cut grass. Hoping for my prayers to be fulfilled, rebelled after I caught my idol in an immoral act with the strangers over emitting off his concrete skin. I'm taking his innocence to the centrifuge. I'm taking the pity polluted our household with depression, shedding enough tears to create a bed. Pieces of the past indulge into the dead of my head and walk me down to where you abandoned me. Begging all my life I'm working to ask for maybe freedom from my history, ripping chapter 10 and 15 out of my diary, fold a big thing and fly away. Landing in the city of the barriers are eyeless and keeping my imagination from wandering away with me, holding my eyes open to circle myself in a state of panic where whispers easily alarm me. Tucked away in the comfort of my grandmother's network.
That fork full of angel hair noodles isn't gonna help the Jesus fish from off of the back of the bus. An angel wearing your skirt, a bit of the Virgin Mary. Oh, Guadalupe as the crying trolla icon. We believe in one God, the power almighty, maker of heaven and earth, of all the seen and unseen. Money makes the world go round, spins the earth. Money stains the glass windows inside of the church. Peanut butter party with the purple bunny door. Peanut butter party with the purple bunny door. I heard that they was yo God now, and I'll be looking inside of the box and see you all abandoned me, worshiping money. Homo ready justice, and you'll be driving the car on the freeway singing money ain't a thing.
God speaks tick. It's a witch up here. Unplug the idea of all haters with the crutch of society's life falling down. Candy coated wings. Trying to get a better broken up tunes of a fallen angels cry for a chance to reach his buzz. Guardian has told me to be like God, but as I turn the pages of the family Bible, I realized that he was just a mass murderer of the people who say to themselves that we only live once. He was nothing but a rapist of free life. Thrown into a life. Sometimes I wonder if God had added Jesus needs into the clay. His people say blessed when he sneezes into bodies. We are praying to Jesus to you grow up to be nothing like his father. Load into a life. Sometimes I wonder if God had added Jesus needs into the clay. One to my head, to the third eye, into the next. Till our creator's gift, make a dust in my eye. Like apathetic, then you just forget to sleep before they lose the temperature to go. It's about the digital and everybody coming to get
Step of the battle, out of the ball, like commentating, bending jersey, could forget this thing, like 40 London temperature to call.
It's about it, it's about it, everyone is ready to get the one that fits in the spot, and the reality of hungry serpent.
你那我个人是美的，我是那么多一个学习，在一个学习，是他在学习一个，也跟我们的彼此呢在，我也是人，I don't know.
Jesus over attacking the antitypical individual. There's a cross around your neck with a Mickey Mouse on it. I know that this wafer that you gave me isn't really the body of Christ. It's just a slim fast meal. Slipping on top of the ice covered box. I bet you're never gonna see it again. You've already been crucified by hypocrisy.
Do you know what I know? You can't survive on the body. You're trying to be packing for lunch. Proceed to the cracker or religion is a bit in the reverend. I ever with him down to the Baptist for the choir to practice in front of the mass on Sunday. Holding a service where they're cutting half by serving the work rate. It's silly to believe this parking lot is going to be holy ground where they're actually tied to life, which is the parents of old time.
I pour myself in the fantasies and I pass myself in eternity. I hide myself under happily and I kill myself with determining. I build myself acceptance through a judgment of the unfamiliar, only because often knowing the truth can be way too deep. Stick figures are weakened with an unknown sense of godliness, an extension of my honest touch, overpowered and obvious. But at that time my feelings for you were like high school mathematics. They were hard for me to understand, but I'll probably never need them anyway. How can we decide that a period apart is the best for the only thing I ever had to hold against nothing to determine what's right? I put myself together just in time to realize that maybe means not without a fight. I'd swallow the hopeful phrase, but it's hard to get past the lump in my throat. And this isn't a plea, I just needed the seconds to pass. It's something I wrote to dull the screeching carving of the mirror against the amethyst. I feel you in my emptiness, but I see you in my happiness.
Every time I fall in love, I realize Cupid is a joke like in the even. Never offended to the wings of the way she loves me not. It was her honest face. Let's go back to scratches and our initials to grave them bark war way over the red moon to the rising of the bells on your solidity. It's as shattered as a point created by the awful prince filled with her tears for the morgan art. Even the secret of courtship was never inappropriate. Vein in the middle with the roses of the bird by thorns of a flesh didn't understand. And the last petal had the same meaning as the first fall. Living in the sense that I'm a symbol of love turned inside out. Never about the with the hundred of reasons to not be held with a clear skirt. And these wounds of my side proves like Cupid aims to shoot to kill. Something about it if you wanna cry, life is too short to get comfortable. The strand and the canvas wrapped around my index to remind me of feeling visible. I fly through promise, rather with turbulence. The serenade and with the shriek, it started to end on the first day. Perspective we share, more black and white money stash you need. Render my thought of solitude, I swallowed every better just from building a shelter for companionship that is induced by a share of evoking emotions that as real as they are.
Starts in the streets of Spain and the corridors of heart and thought, and the queen lets loose the doves for the castle captives God forgot. Is an angel friend a regret? And still it's a fight to the end I'll take with me to the grave. And it's fine by me, you found a friend in loneliness. I'm better off shoot the moon and bow your head in the outcome. Laugh, laugh, laugh till the world shakes clean of the things you did one day in March. I replay the scene one night in May so the stars could stay and watch. Aim, shoot, hit or miss or drop the archer's bow, and all it takes is a ricochet to miss and match. Who else it's still to show me in a room with a guess what's next with a big bang. There is never made much sense. The first is the one you hate, but still
start with dirt and end with less, narrowing down the selection and reflection of my princess. Crippled with her force and cradled by intercourse, but I built a fort of crates to hide from hurt since divorce. If it's worth a torch's withered wick that we develop a difference, then needle your feeble borders and please keep the distance. Although an isolated act, I stayed hidden due to facts that lashed the incidents before opinions could match. I saw how well it gets and how much hell events, but still came up a cent short to catch a sense of elegance, which has always been the grand scheme that built her half-hearted. Never seemed too demanding until our attached eyes parted. Her comfort caressed and I only once confessed it, yet the aftertaste of her smile tickled taste but as majestic. Despite her slot machine antics, I slid beneath the panic, controlled an aspect of understanding and looked for where to land it.
I for one feel no reliance towards the giant's valid words. There's always been 1 degree that overlaps our calibers. One mic check won't dissect each chapter or nets its way across the lines of choreographed laughter. I step on stage without a choice to perform, only to find the crowd's halos are hoisted by horns. Naturally the open challenge told gallons of endorsed hate channels my ounce of balance and decreases their weight. Wait, let's thank their donations and the blank stare ovations, and take a few deprived weeks off to strengthen patience. Cause you could throw me on a world with all who think alike. Within those deprived weeks, those all divide in spite of the beautiful rebirth to build this new usual. But nothing between two is ever completely mutual. All support systems fold under low bridges, collapse the force welcome at and grew to barely know my wishes. I own the stitches of a public school open wound. It held me shut but couldn't slow the mood of my room. Dates back past childhood before emotion meets physical, and every hobby of leisure a just a sworn ritual. Walk on top of picket fences, watch the talk of flocking sentences. Bent this border to make abrupt stop, suddenly endless. Despite the presence of I source my wars, know your spells. A view from 2 cut slits, enough spits when wits propel. See, he heard nothing and she heard all now. Still she says it's so quiet and he dreams it so loud. I found the final wishing well, but it's worth we tried. Contain the last value before morals were prescribed. It's a playground in town to meet the needs of misfits, where kids can hold fire's hand and come out with 3rd-degree kisses. The district score holds floors so you can afford yours, or blow your last dime dividing peace devils from warlords. Your neighborhood walks his dog. To him it's not living, it's just a toy, and his mother extends the leash effect as she directs the boy. This kid walks his dog. To him it's not living, it's just a toy, and his mother extends the leash effect as she directs the boy. This kid walks his dog. To him it's not living, it's just a toy, and his mother extends the leash effect as she directs the boy. This lies the disguise that hides the roles I devise, and this drives the cries and replies that meet the spies, denies any entry. The stance of some became a tanning booth. Disney just distracts you from the problems in your family room, and we soon fall further from the black and white we once lived. Beliefs turn into old friends and a sacrifice when confronted. Months give way to seconds and decisions are less thought. I always knew this kid named me who would do anything to stop you. Not true to others, love is motivated by doubts. Negatives hover above but are rationed out in equal amounts. Wars for peace reverse the exact meaning of our fight by peace of minds of war, fighting itself reversing flights of insight. Helpless to selfish motives and intent, I felt this hell through heaven's belt that left the well to reinvent. When meant to reach and save, each behave to kiss the news that I'm punished by limitations that don't really solve issues. Bliss and blues tug at either side of my headache. Seems it never ends, intends to blend what's real and what's fake. For luck's sake, I spent half of today guessing tomorrow's surprise, and trash the other half waving at yesterday's goodbyes. That's the cycle, it knows the woes that I disclose, but doesn't complete the growth of each goal that gets disposed. This rope, for the most part, a closed heart holds its own and swallows itself, walking to school angry at everything at home. Comfort from headphones last as long as the batteries. A looter and true, withdrawn sitcoms cause casualties. Attached to me like falling fragments of personality, but naturally they gradually break from what you're handing me. Textbook after textbook, my next book seeks to play it smart and dwell on past events that built its current trademark. Its last breath is taken while another's first is accepted. One drowns and one flies, and the tie is oddly connected. Expect the object of desire to expire, a splitting wheel. These eyes can watch the star for hours while the death is sitting still. I'm 1 second late and dropped 1 cent short, falling victim to the glisten tip of the evening sword. Falling victim to the glisten tip of the evening sword. I'm falling victim to the
the glisten tip of the evening sword. Same lonely person, different lonely night. My shadow's afraid of the dark and I have this phobia of flashlights. Seclusion's always there to complement the stress I get. It's just a shame I'm not as confident as I am desolate. It's best to sit with the nonsense and beg it to be honest. Fragile hands fumble the conscience, tripping over a broken promise. Either embrace or reject, keep safe or neglect. The first boy to fall became the last man standing. Escape mistakes 2 days to make the skies dance in Lansing. To make the skies dance in Lansing. To make the skies dance in Lansing. My right crutch is a Bible and my left crutch is a rifle. A vital pair of limbs holding up your social title. Local recitals keep all this priceless replaced and watch the markings of one voice permanently erased. My right crutch is a Bible and my left crutch is a rifle. A vital pair of limbs holding up your social title. Local recitals keep all this priceless replaced and watch the markings of one voice permanently erased.
Getting stagnant, your eyes provide the path, but my eyes don't see the map. No choice but to separate my feet from it and let fate bridge the gap. Excuses, excuses, please the truth is it seems the air won't let me breathe and my own eyes won't let me see. So through the trenches my clench gets no sign of relief. I'm lying underneath the hold of another unachieved goal to win. No caution or option to escape failure's pin. These barriers turn corners and betray the captive eye. Become it's scarier to know your own rapture until it's actually done. When all the distances expand and my edges extend, I unravel my tattoo blindfold and anticipate what's around the bend. Mapped my stumbling hope across your constant disapproval and lace faith into the creases along my own expelling removal. To reach the medium and blend is all I've ever really chased. I sink within the description and disguise my classified face. Of course I'd rather scream my piece than just be cheap and ass soft spoken. Tear so many fences down to find I'm the only one that's broken. Subtracting links that narrow down to individuals truly working. They fight for recognition, approval, and what equal deserving. People deserting people to highlight their own simple views. Each verse ends with a period, but I meant for it to continue. If these walls could talk, they'd be repeating sentence fragments. The ground became unstable and the air is getting stagnant. My eyes provide the path and the concrete is the map. So if I separate my feet from it, then fate will bridge the gap.
we live in the dark.
Face the falling fibberings in the chapters of Anne Frank's diary. Her text is breathing again, every name in the book sprint into hiding. The needles of hate branch out of the body, injected belief in the skin and terrain. Insisted the blood could be spelled by the turning of one life to the Azrael's single rage. Lucky you to meander about in the hot labyrinth of horror. Scientists hunger, betting his angels, sweeping and captured, holding by mortals. Sending the end of a cycle that gets to reach us with the hope, rebuild and rebirth. Living in such a hiatus, so that the clouds on the roof of those who wanna leave Earth.
It's daily planners and laptops, starching your three-piece suits. Rally banners for backdrops, marching knee-deep in boots. A city in ruins, rumbling waste, swimming in sewage, rumbling quakes. It pummels the fluids and doubles the waves, swallows the town through its bubbling waves.
It's an SOS message, does anyone read?
The earth is a temple, the humans are guests.
The demons have risen and planted a seed.
The birth is that we're resuming the rest.
We need to escape before they start to feed.
Our sky will include the tomb will
I
infest.
feel their arrival, they flock when I bleed.
We grew off the taste of consuming the
There's a
flesh.
burst of firmament, all memories are soiled with anything present, regretting the promise of a better tomorrow. Wiping my face in the shroud of turn after the onslaught, leaving the face of Jesus on my forehead, secreting a new plague of stigmata, only serving those with nails in their forelimbs.
I'm king of this fallen city, with its pirates, fiends, and scavengers. Where fog replaces humidity, so the sky is seen in lavender. I play the cards dealt, pray to the lucky stars that I can watch the world melt from top of the monkey bars. The weak part of the food chain that pulled and broke the link, that let loose in the anchor and let go of the boat to sink. The flame of the finger string that set the balloon adrift and went straight for the clouds and stars so he could give the moon a lift. We're living inside a wormhole and one of the weaker limbs is whenever the branch falls, the sound of the speaker dims. I play the cards dealt, pray to the lucky stars that I can watch the world melt from top of the monkey bars.
Until all you know is gone and we unfold the wars.
This light is the flicker between the channels of conscience and make-believe. The lit of our eyes takes the world as a screen when the curtains draw. The only gets silent till when it affects that waving the worst side off of the stage. Encore as a crowd and attendance of plot, the performance of the cast in mundane anxiously lingering around for the names of exaggerated Bibles. Searching for the heart of vision flash in 3D shapes. Auto whipping up with this 3-4 row. Attention span is measured by the diameter of these dilated pupils, setting up a mitigant for the even time intervals. Flyers promoting every poetic slam. Pixels versus originality, with the many gestures seem to mimic the laws of claymation. And the conflict is an ongoing maker of free space jealousy, shaking one's core of himself, avoiding a relapse to his course of jargon. It's hard to be a poet when your past hobbies hinders your work and envies your new interests, constantly fighting for time to creative slash of oneself. Applaud the curtain call, eyes open.
I am no longer the prey, I will reign as predator. Found that containing the pain is all my head is for. And I am no longer your pawn, I control our boards until all you know is gone.